Let's start with aspartame. You cannot go to the grocery store now and buy any type of even regular sugar gum that hasn't had aspartame added to it. In the 1970s, Searle tried to get it approved, and they couldn't. It took them 3 separate times because in their own studies with monkeys, large portions of them that were fed it died and contracted cancer. Now we have mainstream news articles, and the EU has done a major study finding lower birth weights, early birth, and yes, miscarriages from women that drink aspartame-laden soft drinks like Coke Zero. What is aspartame? It is the fecal matter of the E. coli bacteria. They took it and genetically engineered it. They can feed it toxic waste, and then it defecates aspartame. And it has so many bad health effects, it's just unspeakable.
All kinds of neurological, neurodegenerative diseases are increasing, and it's all based on the fact that we just keep adding more and more toxic influences to the child, even before birth, but all the way through birth and throughout all of adulthood.
You know, every time you break one thing, it's not that aspartame is the only thing that is dangerous to people. There are thousands of things out there. But if you can break the cycle of that toxicity by pointing out one absurdity, of which aspartame is that, and then the following artificial sweeteners will be as well, then you begin, like in my experience, it's like, wow, you know, if they lied to me about this healing issue, what about everything else, or anything else?
Ultimately, the president of Monsanto, who had brought us NutraSweet, was on a transatlantic call talking to environmentalists from the U.S. and Britain and Europe, apologizing for having been insensitive in the pushing of genetically engineered foods down the throats of Europeans.
With all of the problems aspartame has had, you think they would have taken it off the market? They haven't. But I will tell you this, if aspartame was ephedra, you know ephedra is gone.
Never anywhere in the world one medically proven problem of health due to the use of stevia. You can't say that for those artificial sweeteners. You just can't say that. Some have been taken off the market because they lead to cancer, they do this, they do that. And the FDA puts the brakes on and won't allow this.
Well, I'll buy a couple of barrels of this stuff then.
And just lock it up in your
Lock it up, yeah, and then sell it. You want some hot stevia? Hey, man, it's the real stuff.
If aspartame was tryptophan, one death, one problem, one accusation, one allegation, tryptophan is gone.
One of the things that political scientists say quite frequently is that very shortly after a regulatory agency is created, it gets captured by those that it regulates. That's kind of people say that repeatedly, and I think they're totally wrong. I believe they're born captured.
If you did that with vitamin C, tomorrow vitamin C would be gone.
So the chemical industry is always trying to find ways to stick their chemicals into us without doing proper testing.
The food that we're eating now, the food that we're buying in the stores are killing us. Diabetes, cancer, heart problems, it's all coming from the bad foods that we get in our grocery stores.
What's left to eat now? I mean, realistically, what are we supposed to eat?